Hey guys, Tyrup here, bringing you some more Warcraft 3 action. Playing for today, spawning on the right we have Infi, playing as Undead. In fact, I believe he's actually playing random in this tournament, and this is the Warcraft Gold League. One of the qualifiers, that is. One of the biggest tournaments in the game. So the Mad Lad playing random.
Forces are under attack.
One of the biggest tournaments around. Like, that's craziness. Facing offensive on the left is Moon, playing as Night Elf. And going for a keeper first. The map is, of course, Echo Isles. And straight away, Infi doing an unusual build here. I'm not sure if the scout was spotted in there, but coming down here, he's got the skull, he's put down the blight. And now trying to expand, got the ziggurat in production. Like coming across, a bit of scouting. Death Knight has ticked coil and has used it, but doesn't want to spend it on that wisp there.
A player's forces are under attack.
Bit of damage onto the keeper here. Hunter's Hall going up in Moon's base. Oh, and sneaking ancient war close to the tavern. Interesting location, a bit closer to the enemy, I suppose. Nature was super low after doing that Merc camp. I didn't mention the item, by the way. Crystal Ball. Probably one of the worst maps for Crystal Ball, given it's so small. Easy to do the scouting anyway. I feel like Crystal Ball generally is quite good now that it, comes from the easier camps. Doesn't sell for as much. Ooh, Ancient Protector here for Moon, and looks like Infi's gonna spot it here. Skeleton and Ghoul, bringing the ghouls across from Lumber. Another Ghoul here. So that's going to be the cancel. Moon not going to be able to cheese Infi like that. Ultravision coming through. We've got a line of wisps. And this is going to be a tower push. It kind of looks like it. Maybe somewhat reminiscent of what we saw Foggy do against Happy the other week. Which was a spectacular match. And here we go, Moon coming in, doing some harass on the Haunted Gold Mine. Mass Wisps not putting anything down quite yet though. Acolyte falling, another Acolyte in a bit of trouble. Oh, surround the Cold Tower. And the Keeper has to town portal out. Not going to be able to get the cancel on the Haunted Gold Mine. Very well diffused there by Infi, nice surrounding. That's why it's so important to get that tower down first with the slow, it just makes things so much easier. You can slow your opponent's units, get those ghoul surrounds going. Just doing a bit of scouting, okay, gonna some damage on the acolytes. Keep undeterred, gonna run right back across again. And no counter expansion from Moon. Which is somewhat unusual. You can generally like build it around here and then walk it across. Coming back on the offensive. Frosttroll Berserker picked up, so that can be nice against the hunts as long as it doesn't get out of position. Get a couple more wisps. Not trying to put down towers though. Put them on standby. Still pretty decent, to detonate against skeletons, get rid of those. Bit of mana off the DK, but no tower push. And that is a pretty healthy number of hunts, 6 of them. It's going to be tough for the ghouls. Oh, nicely done there, Coil getting the kill. That's level 3 for the Death Knight. Oh, but blocking from the Wisp. And a Coil just snipe off yet another one. And there we go, Moon did try to sneak an AP, but unsuccessful. Infi spots it and takes care of it again. Ooh, okay, here goes the Shadow Priest. And Entangle, going to be the end of this ghoul. No, spends a call to try and save it. Does manage to chase Moon away again. The player's
forces are under attack.
Moon keeping the pressure on though. Pretty similar food counts for the two players. Got on the Forest Troll Berserker out the back. That's doing a pretty decent job of kiting, getting damage on, but still fighting on the blight, so the ghouls are able to regen somewhat here. And this is a pretty healthy number of ghouls.
Are under attack.
From Infi. Ooh, down goes Forest Troll Berserker. Wisp coming in for the detonate. Coil, that's the last of the mana. Getting rid of the skeletons. And the ghouls really struggling here. He does have a, both a spirit tower and a cold tower going up in the back. So, I guess it's too scary for Moon to push into. Oh boy, surround on the Death Knight with the Entangle. Gonna try break through here. Looks like he'll be able to take down one Huntress. What? Oh, he saw the town portal, didn't he? Forgot about that to get the expo up faster. Oh boy. That is a big problem. Buyback from the altar. And yeah, I wanted to look down here. We do have a graveyard and a second crypt. That's where we saw all the ghouls running up from to join the main army in the main base. And also the spirit tower over here, just spitting out some big damage onto these hunts immediately. One of them's going to fall. In comes a Forest Troll Shadow Priest. We'll take down another Huntress here. Here come the ghouls. Lights on the repairs, but they're falling to the bouncing glaives. And the spirit tower does fall. Ghouls take quite a lot of damage. In come the mercenaries. And the ghouls really struggling here. This is a large push by Moon. I don't know, it's looking a little bit grim here for Infi. This is just so much damage from all these hunts. Oh no, and Entangle on Death Knight once again. Big damage, big damage. Use the ritual dagger there, but
A player's forces are under attack.
it's cancelled by damage, so not terribly useful. Now some fiends in the mix, but it might have been a bit too late for Infi trying to tech these fiends. Couple ghouls peeling off, trying to disengage. A lot of hunts very low here though, so maybe he'll be able to hold on. What about the Moonwells? Somewhat reasonably juiced up. Oh, Death Knight with the buyback again. And here we go, staffing in with the Keeper. It looks like he used a heal scroll. Ghouls coming around the corner. Light's coming in for the repairs, but no. It's not enough. Too many hunts, too much damage. My Golem about to fall. Another surround on the Death Knight. He's got the invul this time though, so not the end of the world. And he pops it. Huntress falling. Ritual Dagger activated while the invul's running. That's a good idea from Infi. That's coming in from the north. All those ones very low and the ghouls are falling. But the expansion's still running. Only 3 acolytes. And no towers now to help fend off these hunts.
A player's forces are under
Popcat,
attack.
40 out of 40 after losing those 2 ziggurats. Doesn't have the food to make a large army now. Infi in a bit of trouble here. Oh, he's got another tower cooking at the back. Looks off a hunt. Oh, and a surround on the Keeper. That is clutch stuff. Trying to break the surround, but unsuccessful. I guess the stuff was on cooldown as well. And the Keeper goes down, so there we go. He'll fall on the Death Knight now also. And the ghouls hanging on. Ritual Dagger popped again. This is like the first time I've seen anybody use the Ritual Dagger basically. Certainly more than once. This is his second one he's purchased. Yeah, the first time I've ever seen somebody use it. I think it is getting a slight buff in the public test realm.
A player's forces are under attack.
The healing happens with a 5-second shorter duration, something like that. Maybe we'll make it slightly more worthwhile. And there we go. Infi hangs in there. He's very low on lumber though. Actually has no lumber at all. More skeletons peeling off, trying to do some scouting. Maybe look for the counter expand, see what Moon's doing in terms of tech still. And tier 1. Tree of Life. About the Hunts 1-1 upgrades. So yeah, max upgrades. Moon determined to get the kill here on the expansion. And here comes the Keeper. Level 5 on the Keeper. I didn't notice that. And here we go. A couple illusions out as well. Acropolis over here just for some more food. That's how low on lumber he was. Town Portal as well. Here comes a Pit Lord. Interesting option. That will be really good with the Howl to reduce the damage here. He's a pretty beefy boy as well. Good for standing in the front, soaking some damage. In come the Wisp, looking for the Detonate. There we go. Bit of mana off the DK. Coil onto the Pit Lord. Howl of Terror working nicely though, reducing the damage output. These treants are a bit of a nuisance though, taking a while to chew through for Infi. And the Death Knight getting a little bit low here, got to be careful, could go down to another Entangle. We're going to see a Town Portal out. Will Ogre will it fall? Not quite. 17 HP, Ritual Dagger activated again. Death Knight out the back. This is actually like, yeah, pretty smart activations of the Ritual Dagger. Getting that healing in. And he's hanging on there. Second slow tower for Infi. And the Necropolis did hang in there, so able to reproduce Acolytes from this position now. I have to run the gauntlet between the two bases to get across. Here we go, another push coming in. The Lord leading the charge, in come the ghouls. Trench from the side, good Howl. Good coverage on the army. A lot of skeletons. Scroll of Protection for Moon. It's going to make a difference. And there we go. Oh, surround on the Death Knight. Has to Town Portal out. That's expensive. Takes down the Mud Golem though. Engaging. Another wave of treants. Keep it just about dry on mana now though. One more activation. We're in a bit of trouble, taking heavy Huntress damage. Just checking what we've got going on here. We've got some gargoyles coming in. He's managed to tick up. Also the dead are active, and yeah, gargoyles going to be the option. Good idea too. To worry about the mercenaries still though. They do have piercing. Otherwise very strong against the Huntress and they can't fire back. Speaking of the mercenaries, Frost Troll Berserker in the back in some trouble. Doesn't go down. And the mercenaries targeted nicely by Moon on top of the gargoyles. Ghoul army looking quite weak now for Infi. But he's still at a similar food count. Be careful, yeah, make sure he's microing his hunts correctly. Then comes some more Wisp detonating on those skeletons. And Tranquility! Keep managing to hit level 6. All these low health units going to get healed back up, and they're focusing down the Nerubian Tower during this. Back on the ghouls. We've got a slaughterhouse coming out with the statues. That's going to help on the region side for Infi. So many hero levels on this Keeper though. That thing's a weapon. Gargoyle's taking a lot of mercenary damage. Pit Lord in a little bit of trouble, getting a little bit low here. Trying to back it up. Another Howl. More gargoyles coming through. Ghouls really struggling against the hunts right now. And if he's hanging on, only very narrowly though. Not that many kills with Death Knight, still not level 5. And another activation of Tranquility here. This damage is just not sticking for Infi that he puts on these units unless he can get the kill, and he's unable to. And fighting into the Tranquility now, not working out well as Gargs are tumbling. Tranquility's down though. Just to switch this statue over to healing, and there he goes. Gargoyle is falling. Pit Lord out the back trying to get rid of all the piercing damage mercenaries. But now even the Haunted Gold Mine getting a little bit low here.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Pit Lord does look like he took down maybe one of the Forest Troll Shadow Priests, but in the meantime, in the main base, things are not looking good for Infi. And there we go. Death Knight buying a Mana Potion, spending a coil to get rid of these Shadow Priests, and now coming in from the other side with the Pit Lord, the Howl. Pretty good amount of damage onto the Pit Lord here though. He's going to need the coil. And Tranquility activated again. Man, the cooldown on that thing is insane. So short for an ultimate. And doesn't cost very much mana either. I think it's like 150. Oh, Pit Lord. Okay, gets out of there. Oh no, he doesn't entangle. Coil to try and save the day. The Pit Lord looks like it's going to go down. He's focusing down the hunt. Can he break free? Oh, was that a healing potion transfer? So he's still alive. But the army here for Infi does not look terribly strong. Still at 50 food though. I don't know how. And then comes some more gargoyles. More and more and more. Pit Lord getting low. Very low. Okay, coil. That's level 3 coil as well. That's a lot of healing. And is that the turning point? The level 3 coil. And, a somewhat sizable army of gargoyles now. Looks like we forgot about this Huntress. So that's going to fall. Oh, no. It's a call to kill it. Slight mistake there from Infi, but he hangs on. Incredible stuff. Stopping by the shop, buying both the scrolls of healing. That's good. Just to deny it to Moon, honestly. Still at Halls of the Dead though. Tier 2 hasn't ticked up to Tier 3. And wow, going for a solo creep on the Pit Lord here to try and level him up. I imagine he'll go for a level 2 Howl. I think the cleave is like that powerful. And Moon not giving much of a break, coming back in. Fully, just about fully juiced up on Mana Scroll of Protection as well. But yeah, maybe buying those heal scrolls might be an important factor in this match. Focusing down on the Nerubian Tower. Gargoyles coming back. Tranquility activated. And in the meantime, he's just focusing down a couple of treants on the fringe. Oh, moderate Howl, and we've got quite a few archers in the mix now from Moon to counter these gargoyles. That's a lot of piercing damage. We're just going to have to be careful. This is a really tough army to micro for Infi. The Howl could go. Yep, really good Howl that time. That could be huge. Gargoyles falling quickly though to the mass piercing damage. Those archers doing some big damage, but also the Hunt's falling. Pit Lord getting a little bit low, still reasonably healthy. Another heal scroll there from Infi. He's spent them both now. And it looks like he's fighting strongly here. The Huntress frontline not hanging on. Now the archers are in trouble. The piercing damage out the back. Picking off unit after unit now is Infi. Good Howl again. Oh, but the big Tranquility managed to pick off one more Hunt. Oh, he's going to try continue fighting in the Tranquility. Can barely even scratch these units, honestly. This whole army doing damage. Probably should have just run away during this period, I think. Looks like he's running away now after it's worn off. I feel like that was a slight error.
Our town is under siege.
But just a slight one. And ticking up to Tier 3. Man, a Lich with the Orb would go a long way in these kind of fights. Good Howl again. And there we go. Moon throwing in the towel. The tide had turned. Critical mass mounted for Infi and ends up taking the game. Wow. You know, a fast expansion on Echo Isles hanging on, and that was some incredible pressure from Moon. What a excellent match. Man, that was a lot of fun. I'll wrap on that, guys. Thanks for tuning in to some more Warcraft 3 action, and until next time, goodbye. and good luck.